and breathe. So it is indeed an auspicious time for our coming together. Tremendous shifts are happening on the planet as we find ourselves between the two lunar eclipses on the heels of a solar eclipse and in the shadow of the solstice. Many alignments are occurring, many awakenings are happening, and this is such an amazing time to be alive on the planet. And we are in such gratitude to each of you gathered here as our hosts, as you might say, that allow us to work with you, through you, in you, around you, and for you in a way that benefits each other and all of humanity. And breathe. So this evening, we would like to talk at length about this concept that invites assistance and partnership. For many of us, there is a belief that this is all there is in terms of assistance and partnership. So understanding that each of you are a partner in multiple group consciousness, and obviously one with the eternal consciousness. And when you incarnate here in human form as a radiant being of divine light, oftentimes we forget, as we take on the mantle of human, and which comes with an extra bonus gift of ego that says everything is on my shoulders, everything is about how I either achieve, mitigate, or fail in this endeavor. And breathe. So this evening, we would invite you to remember these sacred partnerships. So as we begin our journey, knowing that you're perfectly at peace, perfectly protected, breathing in and breathing out. And now, I would like you to know, see, feel, or simply trust that you're on a pathway in an ancient forest. There's a clear pathway, almost like a hallway, through the trees, with a beautiful, amazing canopy of intertwined branches and coverings. And the light filters through. It is a beautiful day, 80 degrees. There's a gentle breeze, just enough to ruffle the leaves. And now you come to an immense opening into a cave, and standing at the cave entrance is your highest spirit guide. And please note that your spirit guide can be an orb, a being, an angel, a dimensional being. What they look like has very little bearing on the remembrance that your heart knows. So you breathe in and breathe out. And now, as you follow your highest spirit guide into the cave that is immense, with a fire burning at the center, and interesting markings and markers and drawings in languages both ancient and modern. And breathe. And as you veer in either direction, it matters not, to the right or to the left, there will be an alcove carved just on the other side of the cave opening that has an altar. Breathing in and breathing out. And as you stand before this altar, placed upon the altar are 3 small wooden boxes. Breathing in and breathing out. There are beautiful carvings on the box. So as you choose the one that appears to draw you to it, one in the center, the one at the right, the one in the left, it matters not. And as you pick up the box and turn it over in your hands, is it small and rectangular in shape, or large and square? Perhaps it is carved in an oval or egg shape. Breathing in and breathing out. For you see, when we come in to this existence as a radiant being of divine light in human form, over time, we accept as truth a belief that we are small, alone, separate, and cut off from our guidance, from our abilities, and from Source. Breathing in and breathing out. So this alcove is the area of synchronicity and interconnectedness. For many of us have unsubscribed from synchronicities. This doesn't mean they no longer occur. It's simply that we fail to notice. And within the realm of synchronicity comes to us an allowance, meaning that whatever it is that we need, whether it's wisdom, knowledge, information, assistance, is always exactly where we need it, when we need it to be, and trusting that this is our truth. And breathe. So as you open the box, there is within the box a ring with a beautiful pink stone in an oval shape in a beautiful ancient setting. So as you take the ring from the box and know that it will fit or size to fit on any finger that you choose. One can even wear it as a toe ring if this is what you desire. It is 100% your choice. You're also welcome to place the ring back in the box and place it back on the altar if you choose. But as you desire to place this ring back on your finger, it is a symbol of your desire to once again be in partnership with synchronicity and interconnectedness. Breathing in, breathing out. And as you place the ring upon your finger, I want you to allow yourself to notice how your body feels. As you breathe in and breathe out. There is a small bench before the altar. I would invite you to sit upon the bench, allowing the synchronicity to begin to flow through your veins, with the life force to spread like oxygen throughout your being, speaking to every cell and every fiber and every sinew in your body. Breathing in and breathing out. I want you to notice what you see, feel, know, or simply trust. And now, when you are ready, I invite you to rise up from the bench and move along the outer wall to the far side of the cave into another alcove. And again, there is an altar with a very strange carving that sits at the center of the altar. And this deity-like figure holds their palms together, outstretched, with an orb of energy, a blue energy vibrating in its outstretched hands. Breathing in and breathing out. And before the statue is a bench, and I invite you to sit upon the bench. And whether you know, see, feel, or simply trust, as you look directly into that blue orb of energy within the hands. And I want you to notice how your body reacts as it looks into that energy. What pictures come up in your mind? What sensations occur in your body? And breathe. And now, when you are ready, and if you choose, this is the network of knowledge. It is the network of your interconnected soul family. So the soul groups and group consciousness So if you choose to be reconnected to all of your wisdom and knowledge and assistance and guidance and awareness, I invite you to take the orb out of the hands and hold it in your own hands. And just notice how your body reacts to that energy. Does it feel expansive and warm, protective and loving, or healing and blessing? Perhaps all of them. So when you're ready, and if you so choose, I would like you to take that orb and place it over your solar plexus and allow it to be reabsorbed back into your power center. So breathing in and breathing out. And I want you to notice how your body feels in this integration, in this remembrance. Breathing in and breathing out. And now, as you sit with this energy for a few moments, I want you to think about any energy or area of your body that could use a booster, and direct all of that energy, all of that collective wisdom, all of that healing directly into any of those areas that have a need. Breathing in and breathing out. And now, if you're ready, rising up from the bench and moving to the other side of the cave into the last alcove. Breathing in and breathing out. For this alcove is a fountain with the purest, sweetest flow of water. Breathing in and breathing out. For this alcove flows the covenant of souls. For you see, before you came here, you chose communities and gifts and abilities and promises were given and received of assistance and abilities and healing and comfort and wisdom. It is simply that we had forgotten. that we had these covenants. For you see, in the universal wisdom, unlike in the human realms, when there is a promise, it is not just when it is convenient, not just a reciprocal, such as in your world, if someone invites you to their home for dinner, you feel an obligation to invite them to your home for dinner. This is not the way of the universe. It is that whatever the covenant is, whatever the blessing is, whatever the promise is always is. It is not just when it is convenient. It is not just when you are awake. It is not just when you are in need. It is always present. It is always your right. It is always your support. And breathe. So if you desire to reawaken, reestablish, accept, and participate in your covenant of souls, beside the fountain is a beautiful golden chalice. And as you take up the golden chalice and place it under the flow of water and allow it to fill, and as you take the chalice, I would invite you to drink deeply, as much or as little, or none at all, as you desire, from the covenant of souls. And breathe. And I want you to notice how your body feels. What is awakening? What is aligning? And now, as you place the chalice back upon its resting place, I invite you to move toward the center of the cave and sit upon one of the benches. Does not matter which one. There are 4. And as you sit before the tiny fire burning at the center of the cave, 3 other beings come and occupy the other 3 seats. For they are the representation of your Akashic record. One represents the past, the other the present, and the third the future. Breathing in and breathing out. And at the center of the small fire is a stand upon which a small brass bowl is elevated up above the fire, being completely warmed. And if you so choose, there's a long-handled shovel, and as you choose any stone or any coal or any remnants within the fire pit, whatever feels best to you, as you take that, scooping it up and placing it within the brass bowl over the small fire, breathing in and breathing out. And as the aspects and representatives of your Akashic record, one by one, place within the bowl a hot ember of coal to join yours. For each of them represents forgiveness, past, present, and future. And this is not forgiveness we seek from others, although it can be. It is not forgiveness that we seek from Source, although it can be. It is forgiveness that we seek from ourselves, in this belief that we have harmed others, or a belief that we hold that they have harmed us. A belief that we have failed, or failed to adhere to our blueprint, that we have failed to represent all that we desired to represent in this realm, or that we have abandoned our wisdom, our guidance, our soul families. It matters not. For you see, your suffering, your pain, your feelings of abandonment, loss, of grievance, of victimization, and blame in no way lift up the universe. They do not lift up our soul families. There is no amount of suffering, shame, pain, blame, or victimization that lifts up us or others or Source. Our suffering, our pain, our dis-ease, our disillusionment, our sadness, our depression benefit none. For you see, the universe does not desire our suffering. It does not celebrate in our pain and our failure. Those are human emotions. So in this ceremony, placing a coal or an object to be joined by the coals of the past, present, and future, that they might be burned away, transformed, and transmuted as we release our reliance on suffering, as we end our need to be in suffering and in poverty and loneliness and pain, to show the universe our devotion. This is not a requirement of the universe. This is old, misguided thinking on the part of humanity and of ego-based beliefs. And it is time to graduate from those. And breathe. So when you are ready, we will spend the next 2 minutes in silence as you receive any wisdom, information, or understanding, and then we shall return. And now, as you rise up and begin the process of leaving this cave, knowing that you're free to return at any time, and move down the path covered by leaves and branches and beauty. As you walk the path, coming fully back into your body, opening your eyes, beginning to stretch, taking a deep breath in, fully awake, fully rested, and so it is. As you say for me, Source, I release you.